We designed the workshop around translation and commercialization of genomics, basically because there was nothing similar that existed, and we felt that there was clearly a need. I think if we want genomics to truly impact healthcare, we need to create a community and help train that community.
The aim of this course is really to help people who are either starting up a business related to genetics or are supporting other people who are doing it. So we're trying to give them the basic tools and tasks, really, who to ask, what to ask. And that's a combination of understanding the science, understanding the legal aspects, for example, of intellectual property, understanding the commercial aspects of how to raise and spend money, and most importantly, what the impact is for a patient. So you have to bring these all together to get a business to work. So there are so many challenges, and I think the art is balancing between them to know what to worry about and what not to worry about.
Speaking as a patent attorney, one of the main challenges is obtaining patent protection around biomarkers. And the reason for that is that discovering a relationship between, say, a specific genetic marker and a particular disease could be considered a relationship that already exists in nature. And in the US, laws of nature aren't considered patent eligible. So that means getting protection around biomarkers is very difficult in the US, and often diagnostic methods need to be combined with particular treatment methods, and that can actually limit the commercial value of the patents that are obtained.
Historically, when seeking investment, one of the main questions is, have you patented your inventions? Now, that used to be a relatively straightforward matter for software, but recently in the US we've had a sea change in what is and isn't patentable. And in fact, particularly in the bioinformatics field, a lot of software inventions are no longer patentable before the US Patent Office, or at least it's very difficult to secure protection in this area. So it is obviously making it much harder to answer the question, have you filed a patent application, with a simple tick. So investment and securing investment is becoming more difficult.
We're also used to genomic data being so available and such a large volume of it, but then you have to turn it into something that's medically relevant and useful for the management of patients. And some of the challenges that people have faced are just that, the clinical relevance, the clinical utility of the genomic information. And so making sure that as you develop a product and plan to take it to the clinic, that you consider things like who cares and who's going to pay for it. And so reimbursement becomes a very major challenge in some aspects, where you can get a great innovative technology that you can make sure it's robust and is available, and you take it through the regulatory process. But then the cost of healthcare is prohibitive worldwide, and the challenge becomes, does it add value to patient care?
I think what's interesting about genomics, and I'm quite passionate about this myself, is that it's very much a field about sharing. So it shares innovation. And there's a big emphasis on actually, through these courses, building community, helping people meet each other, discuss their challenges, seeing new opportunities they hadn't considered, and facilitating that network. And ultimately, we think that's what's going to be the key to success of this course.
I think really to deliver the impact of genomics in the real world, it takes a whole village to actually go from the science research lab all the way to the practice of medicine. You need investors on board, you need scientists, innovators, entrepreneurs. So we need events and places where those people can come together and work collaboratively and learn together. And this workshop is one example, trying to bring all those different communities and build a whole ecosystem around genomics, because that's what it will take to actually fulfill the promise of the genomic revolution.
I find this to be one of the richest venues actually for conferences, because people are learning so much from each other. Right from the start, there's a lot of engagement, a lot of interaction, a lot of sharing. It's one of my favorite workshops.